Hey there, it's Erica Kelly. Tonight we're going to do a reading from my latest release, It Was Always You, starring a bad boy quarterback and a squeaky clean pop star. Playing the role of 𝗧cie𝗱𝘆, the quarterback, is Superman.
I'm a bad boy.
And here we go. Freshly mown grass scented the Kentucky air, and the van's engine rumbled to life when the driver saw them coming out the doors. When Gigi slid into the very back, Cassian shot ahead of the others so he could sit next to her. Up on her knees, she had her back to him as she fit her guitar case into the narrow trunk space. When she turned back around and saw him, she rolled her eyes. Slick move.
Gaining yardage is pretty much what I do for a living.
She settled in, reaching for the seatbelt. Are you telling me you tackled people just to sit next to me? He wanted to touch her very blonde hair, cup her cheek, and run a thumb along that plump bottom lip.
I'm telling you, I have 3 days left, and I'm going to take every chance I have to be with you.
She dug through her black leather tote. You should probably save your moves for training camp. After this tour, I go back to LA and you go to Calamity, so big waste of energy.
Have you seen me on the field? I'm a boss at extending a play. I can take 3 days and turn it into a lifetime.
The stark yearning in her eyes gripped him hard. She wants us to work out. She wants me. Grant slid into the seat in front of them, giving them both a chin nod. Or at least make them feel like a lifetime, she muttered under her breath. He chuckled.
No one does a better job at cutting me down to size.
With your gigantic ego, it'd barely be noticeable.
Well, aren't we saucy this afternoon?
He kind of liked it, because this time her jabs lacked anger. Mostly she sounded frustrated. She quit fidgeting and looked him right in the eye. I have a lot on my mind.
Like?
Like my career is up in the air, and I'd really hoped to write some songs on this trip, and I haven't.
That song you and Grant wrote's a good one.
It is.
You normally write more than one great song a week?
She smiled. No.
Okay then, good job.
He held up his hand for a high five, but she just shook her head at him like he was being ridiculous. Exhaust filtered in through the open side vents, so he closed his, then reached across to shut hers. He glanced down just in time to see her checking out his biceps. He flexed them.
You can touch it. Come on, you know you want to.
She laughed and pushed him away. No wonder Elena screamed at you outside that restaurant. The whole world thinks it was because you ghosted her, but the truth is that you probably walked past her table and said, "You can touch my hard, squat, sculpted ass. You know you want to." Her voice went low, her tone arrogant. He barked out a laugh that had heads turning in the van.
That's a good line. Wish I'd thought of it.
But since she'd brought it up, he wouldn't mind addressing the situation.
You know better than to believe what you read in the tabloids. I met her at a club in Ibiza. I never thought I'd see her again.
You were on a boat with her for an entire week and never thought you'd see her again?
Believe me, she never set foot on it. I met her in a club in town, and I wound up spending a whole 2 hours with her.
Wearing her signature big round sunglasses, the actor took the last seat. Slamming the door, Kevin sat beside the driver and the van took off. Well, with the way you flirt with women, it's no wonder it meant more to her than it did to you. You're very convincing.
I honestly don't think I'm flirting. I'm just being nice, friendly.
You want everyone to like you. The truth hung in the air between them. He couldn't deny how deeply it resonated with him, and it shamed him. He'd never seen himself that way, as a guy who needed to be liked. Fortunately, the chatter in the van grew loud enough to compensate for their lapse in conversation. He wanted to talk about something lighter, something that didn't make him look so weak.
Truth or dare?
Dare. He grabbed her tote. Hey! Reaching in for a paper bag from the coffee shop where they'd grabbed a bite to eat on their way out the door, he pulled out a napkin and balled it up.
I dare you to hit Macy in the head.
She's one of the most famous actors in the world. I'm not hitting her in the head.
That's a clear breach of the rules.
I don't care about the rules of a stupid game. I'm not throwing something at an Academy Award-winning actor.
Is it stupid, though? Truth or dare is the ultimate test of courage. The unwillingness to face a challenge is the true test of character.
Huh. I always thought the true test is what we do under pressure. She gave him a pointed look. Ah, hell, she had him there.
Are you referring to something I did as a child? Well, today, right now, the pressure's on you, a fully formed adult. Let's see what you're made of.
He held out the napkin. She snatched it out of his hand. She's going to think I'm crazy.
or she's going to be impressed with your courage.
She laughed. You're nuts. He tipped his chin. Do it. I can't believe I'm doing this. She hurled the napkin, and it landed between the actor and the retired baseball player next to her. Both of them jerked back, looking to see what had happened. Gigi fought back laughter. Cassian pulled out another napkin.
Your target is literally 10 feet in front of you. You can at least try to impress me.
She balled up the napkin and let it fly, hitting Macy in the back of the head. The woman smoothed a hand down her hair and slowly turned. For a second there, I thought I was on a road trip with my children. We're playing truth or dare, Gigi said, and he's being an idiot. The actor's gaze slid to Cassian. He was glad she wasn't his mother, because that expression would have him scrambling to rinse his dishes and put them in the dishwasher. The others had gone rigid and silent, the tension high. But then Cassian said,
Your turn.
and the actress gave him a hard look before saying, I'm in. The others burst out laughing. Anything's better than reading yet another script where I'm the bitchy stepmother. Bye.
Bye.